You're a freaking rock star. So what I'm going to be talking about today is about BS stories. We all have BS stories, which is, excuse my French, bullshit stories that we tell ourselves for language reasons. I'm just going to call it limiting beliefs or BS stories today, but we're going to do a little bit of fun. I want people on their feet in a few minutes. We're going to meet the person next to you and we're going to really discover what are those bullshit stories you're telling yourself, because you can break through them and you can move past them. Okay, so what is a limiting belief and what does it mean? A limiting belief is something you've told yourself over and over and over again. You've repeated it to yourself so much that you've gained weight through that story, and because it's gained weight, you have accepted it or agreed to believe that it is true. Remembering that a belief is just something that we tell ourselves, so you can have negative beliefs, you can have positive beliefs, but we all have both, and that's just how life works, right? You've got yin and yang, sunlight, daylight, it's just how it works. But it's our own self that controls whether we buy into those stories and whether we believe those bullshit stories that we tell ourselves. So as a collective I would say outside this room, because you guys are all great, but as a collective society, people have beliefs like time is money, money is evil, the world is ending, right? They're collective beliefs that are out there. Beliefs that you may have in yourself is, I can't do what she does or he does. I'm not good enough because. I'm not worthy enough because. These are beliefs that you say internally to yourself and you never say them out loud. But those internal beliefs are so powerful and they can stop you and prevent you from achieving your greatest goals. So limiting beliefs are often driven by fear. It's a deep fear inside us that we have created. Okay, it's not something that it's something we've learned along the way, but within ourselves. So we're going to have some fun on busting through that. Okay, so our game today is called How to Squish Limiting Beliefs. You're going to do this with a partner, so just say hello to the person next to you. All right, so my question before we start the game is, just have a think about this, and I really want you guys to honestly think and answer this. Just a one-word answer or a sentence as an answer. What is holding you back from achieving your goal? Whether it's personal life, relationships, whether it's business, whether it's your fitness goals, whether it's your New Year's resolution. Write down on your piece of paper and have a really good think. What is stopping you from achieving your goal or your next goal? All right, we're going to race through this segment, so let's do this. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do say, play, and tap. So, Abs, where are you? Okay, you're going to be my little role play gal. Okay, so what we're going to do is, to your partner, you're going to say your limiting belief, right? It's going to get people out of their comfort zone. So you're going to say your limiting belief. You are then going to play detective with that person. You want to find out, is that a bullshit story they're saying, or is that a legitimate excuse? Guaranteed it's going to be an excuse of some sort. Okay, so with your buddy, you are going to, first of all, introduce yourself. You're going to put your hand up like this. And when your buddy, you're going to stand, get into it with each other. So when you are standing next to your buddy, and for example, I might say, I don't have the time to achieve my next goal, you're going to go, Abby will go like that to me, right? It's just a gentle tap. Be nice to your partner. So for example, let's go. Ready? So I'm not good enough. Thanks, bye. Okay. So that's all you're going to do. You're just going to give them a tap. Now, what we're doing, we're acknowledging in the other person that that's a BS story, because sometimes for ourselves, there was definitely a phase in my 4-year Juice Plus journey so far where I was going, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm going to give up. That's it. I'm giving up. I'm throwing it in. I don't want to do it anymore. It's too hard. I got a no today. I feel rejected because I got a no. I started creating these stories in my head, and Val would come behind me, she'd tap me on the bum and say, go, keep going, don't stop. So that's what you want to do with your buddy. You want to recognize that that's just a BS story that they are telling you. So let's do it. Everyone on their feet. Introduce yourself to your partner. What is your name? What do you do for work outside of Juice Plus? Okay, are we ready? Oh, no, 10. You guys get into it. So let's wait for a second. Okay, let's wait for a second.
So what we're going to do, we're going to play detective with that person. You're not talking yet, you're not talking yet. Carla, I know it's your birthday, but you're not speaking yet. Okay, so what you want to do first of all is put your hand out to your buddy, and one person is going to say 3 limiting beliefs in any aspect of your life. I want you guys to take it seriously but have some fun. Ready? Go! Come on, tell me your good shit. Get it out. Let's empty the bag like what Judy said. Okay, let's stop there. Alright, I see the cup. True, I'm actually going to switch lines now. Okay? Alright, let's do it. Other person, switch lines. Tell them your bullshit. Empty out the bag. What just happened? I don't have time. I'm not doing enough. I've got kids. I can't do it because she's better. I can't do it because he's better. I can't say that I don't have the money. I'm winning. That's what I need to do. 3 seconds. Alright, let's go. That's it. I think you can't be my life. Alright, let's take our seat. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys had some fun with that. Isn't it funny when you hear someone else's story? Raise your hand for me if your partner said a story to you and that was exactly your same excuse. Oh. Was there anyone in the room, put your hand up again, if you didn't have a limiting belief or a story that you have or have, potentially told yourself? Right, so that is cool. Because what we recognise there with no one raising their hand about the limiting beliefs is everyone has limiting beliefs. But it's whether we choose to adopt that limiting belief or we choose to kick it out the door and create a new limiting belief that is going to now empower us and not drag us down. So you really want to think to yourself, whose belief was that? Was that, my mum and dad saying that we didn't have enough money as kids, so now I don't think I've got enough money. Whose belief was that? So just quickly write that down next to the belief you wrote. Was it a belief you created or was it someone else's belief? If it's someone else's belief, just scribble it out because that's crazy. Was that belief true or false? Just got goosebumps, that was creepy. How is that limiting belief limiting you right now? So when Sunny said, we want to send that video, that epic video out to 10 people today, did you instantly go, 10 people? I don't know 10 people. Who the hell am I going to send that to? That is a limiting belief from the moment you heard Sunny speak. So we want to recognise these limiting beliefs and do it to ourselves, Every time I'm like, I don't know if I should do that or I don't know if I should speak today, I clap my hands. And I'm going to talk about physiology quickly in a second, but you want to change your physiology and state so you can get out of those moments really, really quickly. All right, moving swiftly through them. Recognise your bullshit stories, but never judge them. Because as soon as you judge them, right, watch what happens. So here's my circle. Got a limiting belief. I'm not good enough. Then I recognise that belief, but that was a stupid belief. What have I done? I've just put a limiting belief on myself again saying it's stupid. So you start to go in this cycle. So you need to break that cycle. You're not judging your beliefs. You just go, oh, that was crazy that I thought that. Okay, cool. I'm going to now empower myself and change that belief. So never judge your beliefs. How to overcome the limiting beliefs and bullshit stories. This is what we tell ourselves, remember. So you want to choose the desired outcome. What's the outcome of what you are trying to tell yourself? What outcome do you want? Question your limiting belief. Is it true or is it false? Consider the consequences of your limiting belief. Is it going to hold you back or is it going to push you forward? What's the consequence out of that? There's a saying that you can't have reasons and results at the same time. So you've got to choose, do you just want to keep giving reasons and excuses or do you want to make some progress and results? Choose a new empowering belief. So I want you guys just to write that down very quickly. A new empowering belief. It could be along the same lines, like it might be I'm not good enough, and you're going to change that to I am good enough. And you're going to say that to yourself. Strengthen your new empowering belief. So by strengthening it, you're saying it every single day, so you affirm it in yourself and believe it. Okay, very quickly. So physiology game. I'm going to do this 1 second on stage. So your state, your present state. So anyone hunching in their chair. So if you're hunching in your chair and you're just like, or you're not even writing, you're just like dawdling on your phone or something. In that state, you're never going to learn. You're never going to be open to growth. When you stand or you sit and you are open with your shoulders, your physiology changes, your mindset switches on, and you will start to learn new processes and adopt new information. So a negative word, you might say something like, a positive word, you might be like this, I'm so beautiful. You're never going to believe it because the physiology doesn't match with what you're saying. But when you're like, I am beautiful, you're going to, so I should never give me a microphone on stage. But you need to believe what you're saying. Your physiology has to match the words. And it's really important that, you know, matching kind of what Judy said, when someone is buying from you, who are they going to buy from? Hi, my name's Caitlin, I'm a national marketing director, and blah, blah, blah. Or, hi, I'm Caitlin. So when you're approaching new people, I have days like that because it's human, right? But when you're approaching someone new or you're talking to someone, it's your physiology. It needs to be excited. It needs to match what you're saying. If you're excited and thrilled about this business or you're absolutely passionate about the product, your body language has to show that. So remembering that changing your physiology will impact your actions and that will impact the outcome. Cool, did we all learn something new?
Yes.
Physiology, state of mind, and the things that you tell yourselves will impact your journey. So enjoy the day and welcome to Find Your Fire.
Alrighty, only forgot the mic, that's fine. These things happen. Alrighty. Thanks, DJ. Nice work. How's that, guys? Fantastic, Caitlin. Thank you very much. Sensational. So we've got a great panel for you guys coming up. The Rising Star panel. These guys are superstars in the business. So without further ado, I'm going to give a bit of intro to these awesome human beings. First, we have Tash Herbert, all right, from New South Wales. Yeah, go the Blues. Right, absolutely. So she started in October 2016. She was SSC by August 2017. She's a mummy to 2 beautiful girls. She's got a passion for fishing and outdoor adventures. Good beauty. She's building a business around her kids, and being 15 hours away from her upline and team, she's done an extraordinary job. We've got Tammy Pratt. She started in July 2014. She was SC by September 2015. She's got a customer base of over 40, personal volume of over $3,100 for the month. She had a break and then decided to invest in herself and went to conference 2017. She's embraced the business ever since and absolutely smashed it. We've got Lucy Dixon, started in June 2015, SSC October 2017. She's got a customer base of over 25 globally. She's self-qualified. Lucy took a break, then decided this was her business. She was passionate about it because the product had helped her and so many people in so many ways. So now Lucy has been able to build a very, very strong global team. Timmy Pearson started August 2017, SC December 2017. He's built a solid and strong business in New Zealand and here in Australia. He's a 3-club member. He's fully surrendered to the process and immersed himself into the culture. Now he's building his own team culture. He's been very teachable in duplicating himself, duplicating his team. I think it's been one of the keys to his success. So let's give a round of applause to these rock stars. Is that song? It is the song. It's about everybody. Cool. Where can I stand? Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good? Thanks, Doc. Alrighty, how are we, crew? Feeling great? Exciting? Lovely to have you all from all over Australia, New Zealand. Fantastic. Everybody seated, comfortable. Can I get you guys anything? Tea, coffee, cake? Anything at all? Alright, here we go. Tash.
Yeah.
Welcome, Dale. When did you guys fly in? Yesterday? Brilliant. Love it. Right, so I'm going to share a little with you guys. Tash, how did you build such a strong business in a small country town where your uplines and a lot of your team are based all over Australia? How have you done that?
Okay, so when I first joined the business, I was a stay-at-home mum. I got made redundant from my position as a youth worker, and I really lost my self-esteem and my confidence and who I was as a person. And so I seen some mutual friends on Facebook really improving their life and just overall living a better, happier, more positive life. And I just wanted to be a part of it. I honestly didn't really care about the products because, I was young and I was healthy and I didn't think that I needed it. I just wanted to be a part of the community. And I actually skipped my $165 car payment at the time to join this business because I was a stay-at-home mum, I didn't have my own income and that sort of thing. One thing I believe why we have such a strong team is because right from my uplines down, we've really built a team culture, like we're a family, and we've all nurtured that from right at the start. Like when you go to a normal 9-to-5 office job, you sit there, you come to work, you say, hello, how are you going? You talk about what you're pissed off at your husband about yesterday, what your kids have done at school, what do you want to cook tonight for tea? Like you feed off each other in that sense. But when you're staying, like when you've got the team, you should do that with your team as well, because at the end of the day, you work together and you just need to create that all-round culture. And it's not just about me and my team, it's about our side lines, cross lines, down lines, up lines. It's about everybody, and we all have this great friendship and these great relationships that we genuinely love each other. And we help, encourage and support everybody. We all know what's going on, and it's just, we have our own hashtag, one team, one dream, because that is really what it's all about. Like there's no sense me getting to where I want to get if my team's not going to get there, because that is what it's all about. So to answer your question, Sunny, I'll just explain a little bit about my business timeline and how I overcome my setbacks. So when I started, I was in a small town, country town, Forbes, and in New South Wales, and I got to SDVF, no worries at all, and then my team pulled out and I was back to square one sort of thing. I slow tracked to SC and I got most of the volume myself, and then when I went to conference, that was really I'm frigging doing this. Like it's either I'm doing this or I go back to work full time and I pay somebody else to raise my babies. And I didn't have my babies for somebody else to raise them. So I thought, because we're in a small country town, I did go and apply for a couple of part-time jobs. But it was really hard because we had nobody else to help us with kids. So that was my setback. And when I went to conference, I thought, you know what? Like there's so many mothers in Forbes that would feel exactly like I did. So when I went to conference, it really changed my belief in the whole product. Like there was women standing on that stage with their family saying how they've just retired their husband. Like there would be no prouder moment in your life than standing up there doing that. And I just thought, this is all or nothing. So that's really what changed my belief. And instead of going on and talking about which we all do at the start, six-figure income, join my team, free spots, all that blah, blah, blah. Instead of talking about that, I got real with myself and my audience. You know, I explained that it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. The community is amazing. Like, I've never felt so supported than the team that I have today. And that's how I started approaching people. Like, my first team was my sister-in-law, and I knew her pain points and I knew her goals. And I went and explained to her how this would change her life for her and her kids. And it just quite stemmed from there. And because I was sharing my passion and my belief and how good our community was, it was sort of a flow and effect. Once one team would come and another team would come and another team would come. And I basically did SC to SSC in like, 2 months? And I think because I really stayed consistent, I never dropped the ball. Like, no matter what, I always stayed consistent, just like a shop. If your doors are shut, then nobody's going to come in and buy your goods. So keeping that door open, and every single one of my team said that they've been watching me for 4 to 6 months before they decided to come on board. For example, one of my teamies, I've been talking to her about the product for a couple of months, and she's like, nah, what a waste of money. I'm not doing that. I can't stick to it. I never commit to anything. See you later. I'm like, yeah, no worries. Mind you, we used to cut and deliver her wood. Anyway, a couple of months later, she rang me and she's like, righto, let's do this. And I said, all right, so what do you want? Chrome pack, you know, or the fruit and veg? She's like, nah, effort, I want the whole bloody lot. And now she puts on 20 customers every single month. But I must say, before I got team, me and my family had a dream to move from country New South Wales to coastal Queensland, and we just picked a spot off the map, and we decided we're going to move there. So we went for a holiday, loved it. We went home, sold our house, give away absolutely everything we owned. We condensed our whole life into a trailer. Tim drove the Parado up, and I drove the Ute with the 2 kids, 2 dogs, and the frigging cat. So 15 hours doing that wasn't fun at all. So once I moved 15 hours away is when I started to get team. And so all our team, like it's 15 hours away, so all our events is Zoom. Everything we do is via a screen, and it's so amazing. Like, you feel like you know these people so, like, more than your own friends and family. And when you get to actually come and meet them in the flesh, like, it's just so moving. So we've had to do everything on social media, on Zooms. Like, you guys here are so lucky to have the events you do. So it's just really important to have that team culture, to love each other, to know what each other want, and keep close to the fire, because that's what keeps you inspired.
Now, you're very close to Q as well, aren't you? Very close, yeah? Yeah. This month. Maybe even today.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen. Love it. Thank you. Tammy. So you've been in the biz for 3 years. Then all of a sudden you found a bit of a passion. It was something that sort of kick-started and revitalised your business. Share with us, what exactly happened?
Okay, so thanks, Sunny. I just need to go back about probably 4 years before the community found me. I just want to paint the picture of my life just to see if someone out there can resonate with my story and see the changes that I had to make to find my passion. I was a busy mum too. I totally relate, Tash. I was a stay-at-home mum, and you know, I wanted to teach them my values and life lessons, but it's hard. You know, we lose ourselves, and I thought over time, is this all there is? I was drained, and I just gave to everyone except myself. I've been vegetarian for most of my life. I didn't really eat many vegetables at all. I just was like, a pack of pasta. I really did nothing colourful, like lots of sugar and just mostly chocolate. I really had no idea about how we could connect to food, and I learned all about that through the community. It was the word cancer that haunted me. It took my friend in January 2011, and losing her really crushed my world. I was angry for quite some time, and that was what resulted in my sugar addiction. I wasn't the happiest person to be around either, and my relationship suffered because of it. But July 2014, I went to an event that I didn't want to be at. I totally sat in the back of the room. Some of you might be there crossing your arms just like me. But I went to support my friend. And the stories I heard that night, they just lit the spark in me that I was brought to life. And I thought, you know what? This community is going to teach me health. This community is going to teach me friendship. I just wished I'd found it earlier. My biggest reason for joining the community was really just to improve my family's health. I didn't want to prevent, I wanted to prevent everything, not cure. And I'd heard all the stories that we're going to crave fruits and veggies. I hope that didn't happen. I joined the business and started on the product straight away. And my poor son, he was so funny to watch with the gummies. He cried and cried for like 20 minutes. But I look where he is now, and my kids are so much healthier than ever before. The first month I qualified, I actually didn't realise how big a deal it was, because I just increased someone's club level. Like, I did that. How did I do that? I don't know. I kept hearing, would you sponsor you? Just be yourself and love the skin you're in. And I really did. I had really started to love myself, and I was happy. And I wanted to show everyone else how they could feel amazing, just like I did. When I achieved CSC in September, I did it the slow way. I had an amazing customer base, but just very little team. I went through some setbacks with some angry, toxic people who tried to knock me off course and took things to social media, and it was a huge kick in the guts for me. So I lay low for a while, and I stopped showing up, and that worked, and they had won. So I needed a boost, and I committed to conference in Melbourne in 2016. Oh my God, Lauren Slocum brought me to tears like you could not even imagine. She totally opened the floodgates, and I felt something in my heart that I'd never, ever felt before. And everyone needs to experience that. You have to get to a conference. Sorry. I realised I was chasing people, and so I came back from conference with a new agenda. I started connecting with like-minded people that made me happy, people that wanted to be around me, and I became passionate about life. And I started doing food events in my home, creating raw desserts and sweet and savoury dishes. And oh my God, like when I would taste them, I'd be like, oh my God, this is like an explosion in my mouth. You have got to try this. And that was where I found my passion. I ended up finding some team to connect with, and we just started doing some fun events, and we just stayed consistent. We did them every month. It was really the Gold Coast in 2017 conference that again made the biggest impact. Conferences, just, you don't even know what you're going to experience until you get there. So Lauren Slocum, Anthony Golay, like, oh my God, wow. That was the time I'd heard before at all the conferences, when the business goes from your head to your heart, you'll know. And that's when I felt the shift. It was, oh my God, I've got shivers right now. I just know I stepped out of my comfort zone, and I just started living in my passion. I'm going to drink. Oh my God. So everybody feels invincible at conference. Everybody feels like they're in it. And yes, I need a drink. Okay. So when you're at conference, you totally feel invincible. You totally feel like you can do anything, and you're in like a happy bubble. So I started posting on social media, and I checked in at Juice Plus Live. And I got some huge feedback from that. I'm not going to read anything else. So what I realised was we are more than just mums. We might think that we're just there just to look after the kids, and you know, but we are so much more. We are a domestic goddess. Do you ever think of yourself like that? Yeah. We're the financial consultants, really. We're the Uber driver. We're the chief motivator. We're the laundromat and the cleaning maid. We're the personal chef, the dishwasher. We do all of this. We're the IT department. People come to us. We're the psychologist, the doctor, the nurse, but we're the cheerleaders for our kids. We can get there to be at their events. We're their inspiration and their passion. And we're the unconditional love that we want them to hold it in their hearts forever. And I just want all of you, one of you, someone, just find the passion, find something that totally lifts you up and run with it, because that's what you need to find your fire. I have you. Thank you.
Thank you. That's great. Lucy, you went from a rating customer into a distributor. Obviously, after an incredible, family product story. What's really helped you build a business, and a global one at that, now into the UK?
Yeah, I was a customer to start with again, but like Sammy, I went to an event that I didn't want to go to. I was like, no way, what a load of shit. I may as well set fire to my money. No, thank you, I'm not going. And it was a friend of mine that said, but I've joined the business, will you please come for me? And I'm like, oh, okay, guilt trip me in. So I went to the event. It was actually at Nat Bulldog's house. It was one of Abby's first events. I don't know where she is. Oh, there's she. And it was really small, and there was just like 3 or 4 people there. And I had my daughter with me, and she came, and that was my product. That from then on, that was it. I was like, that's it. As cliche as it sounds, that event, thanks guys over there, changed my life forever. I went to the event drinking a Diet Coke. I came home from the event and emptied my entire pantry that day. Mark came home and was like, what the hell? I'm like, we don't eat additives anymore. We're additive free. He's like, what can I eat? I'm like, it's from God's garden, as Natalie would say. And over the course of 8 months, my daughter got well. She was highly medicated. And I think we were on the product about 4 years, and, a lot of the time being asked to join the business, and I was like, no way, there's no way I could do that. I was working full-time in sales and marketing. Then I left that to be a mum. I got pregnant again. I had another child. I was like, no way, no time, not good enough, don't know anyone, come from England, can't do it. And then one day, a close girlfriend of mine was at conference, and you'll hear the word conference a lot, right? Just listen to that, because it really does mean something. She was in conference on Hamilton Island, and she rang me from the toilet at the gala dinner, and she was like, I'm not taking no for an answer. You're joining the business, and you're joining when I get back. And I was like, what? And I think throughout the course of the evening, wine was flowing. She rang me about 5 times. And I was like, okay, I need to shut her up. I'll join the business, fine. So I joined the business, and obviously I was my own customer. I already had passion in the product, and I just started talking to people. I did it for maybe 12, 18 months, fast track to SDVF, slowly got my way to SC, and then kind of lost my way, which you'll hear quite a few people do, and that's where you really need to tap into your upline. I lost my way, and I made excuses, and I didn't have close upline support anymore, and it wasn't actually. First of all, it was an event similar to this that was done with John Holowati, who came over, and Simon Mitchell, and I really connected with what John Holowati was saying. I now stalk him. I'll freely admit that. I stalk him on Instagram because I have UK team. I'm in a lot of his groups. I stalk his team. I look at what they're doing. But it was that event, and Nat Bulldog doesn't know this, but actually it was something she said to me that made me go, oh shit. At the time I thought, what a bitch. But she said, Lucy, you don't have a business. You don't have a business, and that's why you're not getting where you want to go. And I went away from there, like highly offended at the start. And then I went, she's right, I don't have a business. I have customers, and I have a few, team that are kind of in, half out. And I was like, I need a business. And then that's when I started deciding, what do I want my business to look like? 1, I don't want it to look like a hobby anymore. 2, I actually want to be in the business.
And 3, I need to find people to join my team who are like me. There is no point me finding an 18-year-old with no kids who eats McDonald's every day, because they're not on my wavelength. They're not me. Do you see what I mean? So I thought, I'm going to find people who are on my wavelength. Tamara calls me woo-woo. I call it slightly I need to find people who are on the path of healing their children, because that's what this business has done for my child. It's healed my child. We no longer are on medication 5 different types every day. I need to find people who want to heal their children without the medical route, who want to look at fruits, vegetables and food. And I found that team. And then I used John Holowati to help me find my team in England. And I turn up. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go on UK Zoom calls to support my team. And yeah, that's basically where I've come now. Then Yes Conference, for me, it was Anthony Gollet. I don't cry. I bawled like a freaking baby when Anthony Gollet did that. And I literally cried for the rest of the conference. Michelle was scared. She was like, what's happening? Something's happened to you and I'm frightened. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what it is. So go to conference, because it was after conference that then I decided to go for SSC and I got there. And now I'm going for the next stage, because at the end of the day, if I can help people leave their job and raise their children as healthy, happy, rounded children, then I've won already. If I can find 10 mothers to do that, then I've won.
Fantastic. Tim, so buddy, let's ask you, from New Zealand, welcome buddy, welcome to Australia. Fantastic to have you here. Awesome. How did you build such a strong business, especially culture-wise as well, in such a short amount of time when your upline, Dave and Robin, were relatively new in the business as well? And then everybody else upline was across the pond here in Australia, in Perth. How have you been able to build that culture within your team?
Right, so I'm just going to stand up and shake it a little bit. I'm just still for like 10 minutes, so hold on, it's going to be comfy. I'm just so excited to do this. But so guys, I was one of those super skeptical people. I was a customer before I was on it. Like, the person that tried to get me on the product, he was trying for a while. And I just said, don't want to hear it, heard it. And then he goes, and then he heard about my allergies. And he said, this could help you. I don't know what it'll do for you. Just give it a go. So I gave it a go. Within 4 days, I had more energy, a month and a half, changing. I went on the fruit and veg. Within 4 months, my whole life completely changed. I went off all my asthma medication, antihistamines, everything. I wasn't seeing the doctor every 3 weeks anymore. So I just thought, shit, this shit works. Okay. So then I went, I just thought I'd just, look at the business and, make some money, a little bit of money. And then I just thought, well, hold on a minute. Like, my auntie said to me, goes, Tim, imagine if you could go around and just share this. If you don't share this, you're bloody selfish. To be honest, you need to sort it out and stop being selfish and go share it. So I just thought, holy crap, okay. So, so I just started going around, I was driving and I was just getting in front of people every day. My first starting strong call was 2 hours long with Val and Sonny. And I was just excited. I was like, I was like, holy shit, we can impact the world. And I just thought, I need to stand up. Sorry, I was so excited. So I was just thinking. Sonny goes, use and abuse me as much as you can. Val said the same. So I said, flipping heck, I'm going to use this. I'm going to do this. He goes, nobody's stopping in my way to make a future and help others and give people a hand up. Not a hand out, stop that shit, give them a hand up. Yeah. So I just thought, okay, so I was driving around and, I'd be with some customers and they'll talk about some health stuff and I just thought, they'll say something and I said, one second, I'm just got someone on the line and I don't even tell them, can I get someone on a 3-way call? So I pulled out with Sonny and I'm going, hey guys, just got our 3-way, this person here's got this and this, can you share your story please? I put them on the spot all the time. I just thought, blow it. They said to use it, so I did it. So I had them on the phone call like 2 or 3 times a day. You know, I just thought, flipping heck, no one's bloody stopping me. Someone's out of my way, I'm going to knock them bloody down. The bastards, I'm not flipping heck. No one get in my way. You know, so it's a highway my way, you know. Sorry, but I've got dreams and visions. So, you know, so I was just plugging in every week. You know, I got SDD for 3 weeks, and then I just did that, and I was going, had some good team, and then I just stopped. Timmy just stopped, put his brakes on. I believed in my team that they're going to do it. I thought, okay, you know, I can just build into this team. And you know, I had some people that got in. They didn't do as good as I wanted them to, or they just weren't ready at that point. And so I put the brakes on. I was doing that and doing customers, and they'll just go, Timmy, you got to stop telling yourself these people are going to do it. It's not done yet. So you need to rise up. You need to step out and look for more people and talk to more people again. So I just recharged again. So I had like a 3 week downtime because I had a lot of stuff going on in my family and everything at that time. So I just got back and got plugged into the fire. I never missed team training. If I was driving, if I was in the shower, just put the lead off. So, but you know, I was on the phone to them every day, regardless. And and then I just got more, and then in November, I got now plugged into events, everything. I cleared my whole schedule. I finished work early, cleared my whole schedule, plugged in, and I just got it in front of people. I got people to events, and I got them on 3 ways. And I just thought, I'll just go, Timmy, you come to Perth in January, February. And I just thought, rightio, I'll be there. And I said, I needed to know what I needed to do to get here financially. And so I done it. And I just thought, no one's stopping in my way to achieve this. You know, and I just see people, they just say to me, goes, oh, Tim, why are you doing so well? Like, why are you doing this? Like, excuses don't exist in my vocabulary. They don't. If I say an excuse, girl, I'm saying, call me on it. And it's like, that's shit, that's an excuse. You should do this too. You know, so I just try to live up to them. I just plug in every week, week in and week out, listen to podcasts every day to inspire me, and I just find my purpose and my vision and why I said yes. You always have to plug into why you said yes and why you're doing this, and that's what I've done.
Fantastic. So now I was hoping to wrap up. It's just a little fire question here, just off the cuff, straight to your head. Just answer it and then pass the mic down. All right. What would be one element that really created the momentum in your business? One thing.
Always tuning into team training and spreading the love and excitement.
For me, it was definitely conference and living my values, being passionate.
For me, it's actually, if you can't get the answer from your own upline, go higher. If it wasn't for Hillary and Bronwyn, I wouldn't be SFC now. So go higher.
Playing 24/7, no excuse.
Yeah.
Woo! Everybody give them a round of applause.